evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Friday night football broadcast here on AM 1600 and 93.1 FM The Wave, and also on youtube.com/Ripon channel. Tonight, it's a brisk Friday evening, and we greet you from Kewaskum as the Ripon Tigers go on the road to take on the Kewaskum Indians. With Marty Ernzer, I'm Lynn Krause. It's homecoming here in Kewaskum this evening. A pretty well-packed house on the Kewaskum side for sure, and hope that you are able to enjoy some of the band music that was playing before we went on the air here. And they have a nice band facing the crowd here tonight and doing a very good job. Well, Marty, the Kewaskum Indians come in with an overall record, 6-1, 4-1 in the conference. The Tigers 1-6 overall, 0-5 in the conference. And Kewaskum off a big victory last week for sure.
Yeah, I happened to get into the car after the Ripon game last week, and I catch Wayne Mosler on our sister station wrapping up on that game. Berlin was sitting on a tenuous 20-17 lead, throws an interception with less than 2 minutes. Kewaskum delivers with less than a minute remaining, and they get the upset over formerly undefeated in conference play, Berlin, 24-20. So now you have a three-way tie at the top with Kewaskum, Berlin, and then those Panthers from Plymouth.
The coin toss was handled before the game and before the kickoff, before a lot of this started here, and the coin toss was won by Kewaskum. They elected to receive, and Ripon will defend a goal to our right. So we are awaiting the national anthem, which will be coming up here in just a minute. But Marty, I guess before we get that going on, we can say that the Tigers have a big challenge ahead of them tonight for sure.
Yeah, Kewaskum, like I said, they're now tied in a three-way tie for first. And they've been a good program. You know, you look at the top of this conference, and it's the same teams year after year. And then you get a team once in a while, like a Ripon, and that's sort of a team that will challenge around that 500 area. But right now, yeah, they got a challenge. But most important thing, Lynn, stop with their own mistakes. You have tonight. That needs to be a goal.
Yeah.
Because once again, last week, penalties was an issue.
Well, the Tigers will have to do a lot of this without Riley McCann, their junior linebacker, as he was injured last week and will be out for the remainder of the season. Here is our national anthem. Let's listen in. Well, nice job done by the Kewaskum band here tonight. And Marty, for those fans viewing in here tonight, what a nice facility Kewaskum has, not only to play football, but I see softball, baseball, track and field here. Very nice.
Yeah, they said, you know what, if we're going to do it, let's do it. And for those viewers that have a chance to see that scoreboard, that's something else too. And, yeah, the whole complex. You have turf infield on both the girls' softball diamond as well as the boys' baseball diamond, natural grass in the outfield. And then, of course, we have a turf football field here with a nice 8-lane track. So they did everything at once, and Kewaskum was able to get it through. And you got a nice program in sports in general. It's a good small town for sports.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very much so. I know it goes pretty much without saying, Marty. We've done this. This is our 8th game that we've done, and for the Tigers, we've talked about the keys throughout the season. You know, you got to limit your mistakes, and which has been a struggle for Ripon this year. But it's a new game, a new chance here, and I guess what Ripon has to do, these young kids, is to get out there play by play and see if they can make something happen.
Right. You can't you can't hang your head. You got to say, you know what, football's a fun game to play. Last week was last week. Now we have another chance to see if we can do something and do better than we did the week before. Coach Sozel, reading the local paper, said, you know what, the one thing we did do, or two things. One, I thought we played a little more of a physical game against Kettle Moraine Lutheran last week at homecoming. And then the other point was, yeah, they scored a lot of points, but we didn't give up the big play. We made those teams earn it, have to grind it out for the most part. So he, in those two regards, he liked what he saw last week. And but as he also admitted, the penalties are absolutely rally killers.
Yeah, and they've come at just inopportune times for sure, and it's kind of been that way all season long. Yeah. Captains for the Tigers tonight included number 10, Ethan Struble, number 65, Braden Parmalee, number 67, Noah Hansen, and number 73, Jaden Heemstra. Captains for Kewaskum, to give you an idea, it's number 8, Hunter Lozer. He's a senior, 5'11", 195 pounds. Number 21, Brady Butzlaff, senior, 5'10", 150. Kale Fedorsky, he's number 58, a lineman, senior, 6 foot, 270. And also number 76, Samuel Gauthier. He's a senior as well. Big kid, 6'1", 280 pounds. School colors for Kewaskum, they are forest green and white. Their head coach is Steve Tennies. We want to thank a lot of our sponsors for making our broadcast possible tonight. And we have a technology problem, and unfortunately, we're not going to be able to go to our video or audio for our commercial, so I have to read them live.
But the most important thing, you said it's a technological issue.
It is a technical issue.
So what you're saying is it's not our fault.
It's not our fault.
Good. I just wanted clarification. Good.
So anyway, as we begin, friendly service, competitive pricing, modern overhead door does a tremendous job with quality installation of new garage doors and providing professional service after the sale. Selling residential and commercial CHI overhead doors. That's Modern Overhead Door, family owned and operated in Ripon. Call 748-5000. Floral Expressions is a full-service floral shop conveniently located inside of Webster's Marketplace. From centerpieces to balloon bouquets, full wedding flowers to custom and sentimental remembrance arrangements, Floral Expressions is here to help. Inside of Webster's Marketplace, Highway 23 West in Ripon. And since 1896, Horicon Bank has been committed to providing excellent customer service. Horicon Bank is proud to support local business, community, and individual financial growth. Horicon Bank, the natural choice, member FDIC. Well, Marty, we have been blessed this season with very good weather on Friday nights. Now, tonight is no exception. It's just a bit cooler than what we've been used to.
Yeah, it's more traditional for this time of year. The good news is, and the bad news is, the good news is we are indoors in the press box,
yes.
And our executive producer, Riley Eisnagel, along with Jonathan up there, they're on top. They're in the elements. So,
we talked about what kind of week you had, and you said it was a so-so week, but then when you found out we were indoors, it turned into
an amazing week. I feel so blessed.
That's right. So anyway, it is. It's really a nice facility here, and we're happy to be broadcasting for you, and we're hoping for a good showing from the Tigers here tonight. So they're going to be kicking off from our right to our left. Ball is at the 40. ready to go. 2 players deep for the Indians, and it's a squibber, and it's picked and caught quickly out there by Braden Gissel. And I don't know what kind of a kick that was, if it was whether he was missing it or whether he attempted to do that on purpose. But regardless, the Indians come away with good field position.
You know, and I was going to comment how winning the toss, the home team chose to receive the ball. Yeah. Normally, that's an atypical decision, but now they look brilliant with that field position.
Quarterback for the Indians, Ryan Cook, number 16. He's a senior, 5'11", only 145 pounds. Starts in the shotgun, going back to pass, looking down the center of the field. He throws it, and it is caught at the 28-yard line. Nice catch by Carson Rolfe. Good coverage out there, but he came down with a catch.
Yeah, a straight drop-back pass, no pressure, and he was able to throw a strike to his receiver. Well executed. Off to a quick start here.
So it's a big first down at the Ripon 24-yard line, a big gainer for Kewaskum. Now, 1st and 10, out of the shotgun, hands off to the running back straight up the middle, and he's going to get close to the 20-yard line, probably just to the 20 is the running back, Hunter Lozer.
Yeah. We were told by one of the gentlemen here in the press box that homecoming this weekend, he did something earlier today at the homecoming festivities and twisted his ankle. Yeah. So there was a question as to whether he would be participating, and, well, we got that answer.
That'll be the end of student athletes participating in homecoming skits, I'll tell you that, at least up here anyway.
Yeah.
So Ryan Cook gets the ball, hands it off to the running back, who goes to the left side, gets some yardage as Dylan Stager. He's going to get 4 to the 16. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 2.
Declan Dudzinski on that right corner did a good job. He forced that play back into his teammates coming across the line. Good job.
All right, so it is going to be 3rd and 2. We have to get to about the 14 for a first down. Of course, 4-down territory for sure. The ball located over at the left hash mark. And Ryan Cook awaiting the snap here, running back to his left. And that's who gets the ball. He's going to run it to the right side. 15, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Hunter Lozer for the Indians.
Yep. Ripon never got to the edge to close that edge off, to shrink that edge. They never were able to get there. So nice drive by the Indians.
16-yard touchdown run, and it wasn't anything fancy, but Ripon just couldn't seem to bring him down, and he goes into the end zone in that right corner. And our American Family Insurance scoreboard is just changing. The point after touchdown kick is good. 10 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter, and it's now the Indians 7 and the Tigers 0, but the kickoff will be coming to Ripon here in just a moment. Breakfast is served all day along with their extensive lunch menu. Salads and sandwiches, burgers and stir fry. The new Red Roof Cafe has all the home-style favorites to please your entire group. Red Roof Cafe and Breakfast on West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in to WRPN and team up every weekday morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. All right, Marty. Well, the Tigers giving up the touchdown. I can't worry about that.
If anybody had a question about Kewaskum coming off the upset of Berlin in Berlin last Friday and then homecoming this weekend, I guess any concerns or questions, they have just been answered.
That is for sure. And now Ripon, of course, they get the ball, and they're hoping to hang on to it and get a couple of first downs. The kickoff to the 16, taken by Jordan Perkins. Nice run up the middle. He crosses the 30 to about the 34 before he goes down.
Good job by the super sophomore, number 5.
The Indians, number 25, Nathan Heller.
The officials will mark it right at the 34-yard line, so it will be 1st and 10 Tigers. Quarterback Ethan Struble, as mentioned, senior, 5'10", 175 pounds. And we'll see who's in the backfield with him. And it looks like Jordan Perkins, number 5. That's a sophomore. Again, he's a big kid, 6'2", 195. Struble with it, off the right tackle, right up the middle there.
First
and
down.
He crosses the 40, close to the, across the 45 as well, to the 46. First play, first down.
Nice job. It was student body to the right on the quarterback keeper. Had a nice little lane to get up into. Good job up front by the Tigers.
And a nice play for that first down. And good job on Ethan Struble. Good blocking out there by the Tigers. Not only the running backs, but that offensive line, especially to that right side. So Struble in the shotgun. Perkins behind him in an I formation. Awaiting the snap. Has it. This is going to be Perkins. Trotting to the outside to the right side. 45 midfield into Kewaskum territory. Before he gets down and around the 49-yard line. Looks like about a gain of 5, Marty, 2nd and 5.
Yep. That's a great start for that second set of downs to get 5 on that 1st and 10. They're playing a 5-man defensive front, 4 down, and then towards our side, 2-point stance on the outside linebacker, and both times he's come hard.
Tigers look quick on those first 2 plays, that's for sure. Ball right hash mark. Now under center is Struble, and this is going to be a handoff right up the middle. Oh, more room there across the 45 to about the 43, and that's Kyle Roby.
So we've seen the quarterback run for 11 yards on their first offensive possession. Then we bring in the sophomore, number 5 for Ripon, and that's Perkins. He ran for 5 or 6 yards on his first carry, and then now we see Kyle Roby doing the same thing. 3 different guys, all successful with at least a 5-yard gain.
And 2 first downs on this drive alone. So right hash mark, this time Struble out of the shotgun. Perkins, again right side, has some room, 40, and close to the 35 before he goes down, and another big gainer for Ripon.
Wholesale change on defense. We have 6 new replacements on defense for Kewaskum coming in on 2nd and short.
Our American Family Insurance scoreboard, 8 minutes, 20 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's Kewaskum 7 and Ripon 0. So 2nd down and about 3 for the Tigers on the 35 of Kewaskum. Struble gets the direct snap, goes forward, crosses the 30 inside to about the 28 before he goes down, and another Tigers first down.
It's been nothing fancy. It's been all power football up the A and B gaps, primarily on the right-hand side behind that right side of the offensive line for Ripon. Very successful here very early on in their first offensive possession. Impressive.
And dare I say that, Marty, and you'll have to think about this, but this is the best first possession I think the Tigers have had all season.
It is.
Unless the North Fond du Lac game was a little different, but
I don't think it was.
Yeah.
This is the best against a team that's tied for first in the conference.
Let's see if Ripon can finish on this first down here. And it's Struble. He's going to go fake the handoff, roll to the right. He wants to pass, but he gets sacked in the backfield at the 33. There was a receiver in the end zone that's wide open, but he just couldn't get him the ball.
I think he did the right thing and just eat it, live for another play, even though it cost him about a 5 to 6 yard loss. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't change. They just deviated from what they've done on this drive, in which they've experienced 3 successive first downs, and all of a sudden they got play action trying to get fancy. They weren't fooled. I thought he was covered pretty well in the end zone.
Loss of 6, 2nd and 16 from about the 32. Under center now, Struble. This is right up the middle with Roby. He's fighting to get to the 30. He may or may not make it. He will not make it, so just a small gain.
Yeah, that's all about that first down with the loss.
Yeah.
The momentum goes to the defensive unit out there for Kewaskum. And now you want to get half of what you need. They need roughly 14 yards, right? 14, 15 yards.
Yeah.
So you want to get half of that right now, Lynn, to have a legitimate shot at 4th and 6.
From the Kewaskum 31, 3rd and 15. Struble hands it off to Perkins, going left side this time. Gets caught in the backfield at the 35, and he will go down.
Well, they're knifing through now. We tried to go wide to the left. And all I'm going to say is this whole drive was going over the right-hand side of the line, and then all of a sudden we went away from that, and it has not gone the Tigers' way whatsoever.
That play loses 3 back to the 34. So now you're looking at 4th and about 17. So a drive that started with a lot of promise may end here on this big 4th down play, 4th and 17.
Well, I'm blitzing if I'm Kewaskum.
Struble back to pass, throwing down the middle of the field. It's up in the air, and it's going to be
picked off.
Intercepted inside the 5-yard line. The interception by Derek May, senior 6'1", 160.
Nice hands by Derek May.
So it is an interception, although probably just as good as a punt in many ways, because the ball's going to be placed at the 2-yard line of Kewaskum, and now it's up to the Ripon D.
No, you're exactly right, Lynn. It's as good as any punt to have it not go for a touchback into the end zone. But the defense has to do their part now. They didn't on the first series against Kewaskum. It comes down to pride right here and execution.
Our American Family Insurance scoreboard, 5 minutes, 26 seconds remaining in the first quarter, 7-0 Indians.
Got to put pressure on the quarterback.
And that's Cook, who has the ball. He's throwing down the right sidelines. He overthrows the receiver, and it is incomplete. The receiver was Carson Rolfe, and coverage on the play by the Tigers, Carter Kissinger.
Kissinger had good coverage from the outside in on that. Never got deceived. They were split wide, twins left, and then the single wide out the intended target to the right. The best way to help your secondary on coverage is to put pressure on that quarterback. I mentioned it on the last play. You got to continue to do that. 2nd
and 10 from the 2. This time the quarterback Cook is under center. Receiver left and right, 2 in the backfield. And this is going to be a handoff to the first guy through. It's just power football. The Tigers defense does well. Gain of 2.
Yeah, 3rd and long. That's exactly what the Ripon coach, Todd Scholzel, wants to see. 3rd and long, deep inside their own 5-yard line. And this is the play right here. This is the play where the Ripon defense can do their job, get off the field, and give good field position to your offense.
That play, Marty, only gains 2 to the 4, 3rd and 8, as you mentioned. So it's a big play. The quarterback Cook out of the shotgun, running back to his left, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to his left, back to pass. Looking left, steps up, throws down the middle of the field, incomplete. He overthrew the receiver on the play, Bailey Ralph, and the Indians will have to punt.
Yeah, he overled number 23, because he was wide open on that skinny post over the middle. The good news is, if you're a Tiger fan, is they got to punt deep from their own end zone. Ripon needs to display it straight up.
And on that 4th down, the receiver made a great effort, Marty, diving for the ball, but he really was overled.
Yeah, on that 3rd down, absolutely.
Jordan Perkins back to receive a punt. He's standing at the Kewaskum 32. Punter in deep in his end zone. Over end punt, and
no!
Perkins touched the ball as it hit the ground. People are after it, and the Tigers are going to recover it at the 44-yard line. And I can see Perkins, he thought that ball just hit that ground and bounced quick, and the reaction was to touch it, which he did, but he couldn't gain control, and Ripon lost a lot of yardage on it, way back to their own 44.
Well, you saw it. For those that are watching, if you're either going to catch it or you're going to get the heck away from it, but you don't stand there around close to where it comes down on the ground.
Yeah.
Get out of there.
Yeah. You know, it was just his reaction, I think, to touch the ball because he didn't want him to go behind him, but it did.
Yeah.
Well, regardless, the Tigers have the ball. That's the good news. At their own 44, 1st and 10, 4:24 remaining in the first quarter on our American Family Insurance scoreboard.
Showing blitz, and both backers are blitzing.
Here's a jet sweep, but that's going to be an incomplete pass because Struble pushed the ball in front of him to Perkins, and it fell to the ground incomplete, even though there was a lot of excitement after the ball.
I'm surprised we've gone away from off right tackle. The thing that worked for 3 different running backs on that first drive, we've gone away from it completely.
Well, this is the second series for the Tigers, and Marty's right. We had a lot of good running on that first series, 3 first downs before the Tigers ran out of gas, but this is now 2nd and 10 from their own 44. Struble in the backfield by himself. He's going to get the snap, go straight up the middle. He's going to cross the 45 to the 47 before he goes down, but that's going to bring up 3rd and about 7.
It's like the Kewaskum defense caught their wind after that first initial drive down the field against their defense, and they've collected themselves, and all of a sudden the momentum has shifted to the defense for Kewaskum, bringing up a 3rd and long for Ripon.
And this is a big 3rd down for the Tigers, although the defense held.
Yeah.
That's good. And if the Tigers don't get this 1st down, they can punt and put Kewaskum back deep. So we'll see. American Family Insurance scoreboard, Indians 7, Tigers nothing, 3:35 here in the first. Struble out of the shotgun, man in motion, and he's looking to pass down the right side, high in the air. It's up there, and it is caught at the 25 of Kewaskum, and that out there is Jacob Riddick, and the Tigers have a huge 1st down.
Good concentration. The ball got hung up like it was almost, this floating in the air, staying still. Good concentration. The defensive back for Kewaskum was right there, but it was just over his head. Great job by the Ripon receiver to go up and just decide that I'm going to catch this. That was just a nice effort by the receiver.
Well, we know Riddick is a big kid, 6'3", 195 pounds. That's a huge play for the Tigers here in this first quarter. And a big 1st down.
Oh, yeah.
From the 23. Now the handoff to Roby right up the middle. He hits a wall. No gain. And the Tigers will have to regroup and try something different on 2nd down.
Yeah, that's probably almost one of the biggest offensive plays I've seen this year by the Tigers.
That's a good one and an exciting one, that's for sure. But, again, Ripon has to keep going forward, not run out of gas here.
Right. They lost a yard on that first effort.
So we'll call it a loss of a yard. 2nd down and 11 on the 24 of the Indians. Out of behind the center is Struble. He gets the snap. I don't know if he bobbled the snap a little bit, and he tried to go forward, but he got stopped right away, and that's going to be another loss, this time of a couple of yards.
At times they just can't get out of their own way. It's just I'm not sure what it is. If I know it's not lack of effort, but maybe focus is an issue.
Well, it's a loss of 2. Now it goes back to the 26, and a 1st and 10 at the 23. Now is 3rd and 13 at the 26. So Struble is out of the shotgun. Roby to his left. He gets the snap. Roby's going to get it. Try and go up the middle, and he's fighting for yardage. He may have got the 25, but that's it. And so maybe just a yard. That'll bring up 4th down and long.
Yeah. So I suspect they're going to go for it.
Yeah, going to have to.
If you punt it and it goes in for a touchback, you only gain a few yards.
Just a thought, Marty. Why don't they just throw it into the end zone? Maybe they'll get lucky, get a penalty called, or maybe that'll be a touchdown.
Speaking
catch.
of which, we have not seen any yellow laundry on the field here
not
tonight.
Yet, and that's a good thing.
Yes, it
especially
is.
for the fans. They were probably chilly out here. All right, 4th and 13 for Ripon. Back to pass, Struble looking right side into the end zone. He's going to overthrow everybody, so it's going to go out of bounds, and the ball will be turned over on downs to Kewaskum.
All right, we've seen each unit have some moments of success, including the defense on 3 and out last time. Let's see what they do this time.
Our American Family Insurance scoreboard reads 56 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It is the Indians 7 and the Tigers 0. So 1st and 10, Kewaskum, the ball on their own 26-yard line. Cook, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, running back to his right. Waiting the snap, has it, hands off to the running back. He dances around, then goes forward, has some running room, crosses the 30 to about the 32 before he goes down. The running back on that play, by the way, was Dylan Stager. He's a 6'3", 180-pound senior. Play's going to gain about 6, so 2nd down and 4.
Looks like a passing formation. We'll have to see.
Same formation as the last play, and it is a pass over to the right side screen. Caught at the 35. Good stiff defense for the Tigers, though. Not much yardage there. Ty Bradley and Carter Kissinger on the tackle.
They had twins to the right, ran a bubble screen, which is just to the one receiver catches, the other one becomes the instant blocker. Good job by the defense.
And it was a gain of 5, 3rd and 1. Quarterback sneak by Cook. He initially didn't get it, but a second effort does get to the 37, and it's going to be enough for an Indians first down. And in addition to that, it runs out the clock on the first quarter. So our American Family Insurance scoreboard, after one quarter of play, it's the Kewaskum Indians 7 and the Ripon Tigers 0. Aroma's Bar and Grill isn't just a place to get authentic Mexican cuisine anymore. Their menu also includes Friday fish fry, Legend Larry's chicken wings, steaks, burgers, and much more. Experience authentic Mexican cuisine and the expanded menu items at Aroma's Bar and Grill, locally owned and operated on the far west side of Ripon, Highway 23. Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign. Compassionate, high-quality dental care for the whole family. All right, well, Marty, not an awful first quarter for the Tigers, but they had opportunities and just couldn't cash it in.
Right. We saw that first drive, and it had so much promise. And then things just got a little tighter down as they got into that red zone area, and it didn't go their way. But the defense on their last series did a great job.
So it's 1st and 10, Kewaskum on their own 37-yard line. Cook, the quarterback, is out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it, go to the right side, crosses the 40, 45, midfield, 50, down the right sideline. Now cuts in. He's deep into Ripon territory, inside the 40 to the 35. Nice run by the quarterback, Cook.
What a great job of seal blocking. It was a fake handoff to his running back. Like you said, the keeper bootleg around the right edge, and he had smooth sailing down that sideline. Great acceleration, I might add.
And it goes to the 36, as mentioned, and it is a big first down for the Indians on the first play of the second quarter after the Tiger defense was doing a terrific job, and they let a big play go through. Now Cook out of the shotgun again will get it. Hands it off to the running back right side. Gets hit almost immediately, but struggles and fights inside the 35 to about the 34 before he goes down.
Dylan Stoik.
So they'll mark it at the 34. So just a gain of a couple of yards on the play. 2nd down and 8 will be coming up. That running back, Dylan Soik, junior, 6'1", 200. Boy, he's a good-sized kid.
I'll say.
Yeah, ball's at the right hash mark on the 2nd down and 8. Cook out of the shotgun, running back to his left. Cook's going to keep it himself. 35-30, makes a move, then gets caught at the 25-yard line. Good tackle, Tyler Bradley, saved more yardage, but it's going to be enough for an Indians first down.
Yeah, they got Ryan Cook listed at less than 150 pounds. He wants that ball. He sees opportunities, and Ripon defense is biting on the fake handoff. It seems that play's worked both ways, going left and then right. This last play, they got to do a better job on the edges of closing down. Ripon does on defense.
So the ball will be marked at the Ripon 24-yard line, 1st and 10. Cook out of the shotgun, gets the ball, screen left side, caught, 25, fighting, breaks a couple of tackles, maybe to the 23 before he goes down. So good defense on the Tigers that time. Pass caught by Owen Parrish, senior, 5'9", 140.
Yeah, that's one of those fancy little plays where you catch the guy on a little out, and then he's already got 2 blockers from the inside out, and you actually turn back in towards the field. I've seen NFL teams run that play. The timing was off.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Officials marked the ball at the Ripon 23. Cook, the quarterback, keeps it, and he's caught in the backfield. Nice job by the Tigers, Kyle Roby.
Yeah, very nice. Along with, I'm not sure who that was on the assist. I was going to look like a 13, but we don't have a 13 on our team. So maybe it was Nolan Dragalovic. I'm not sure if he's out there, the freshman.
I don't think it was Nolan. I think we saw the 3, so I'm gonna guess it was Caden Pear, number 30.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it was a loss of a couple of yards back to the original line of scrimmage, which was a 25, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Cook out of the shotgun, running back to his right, back to pass, looking to the right. It's a screen, and it's bobbled by the receiver, but he was able to catch it, and then he makes his move, and he's going to go into the end zone for a touchdown, Kewaskum. Ripon had opportunities but missed a couple of tackles.
Yeah, it was just a simple release on a 1 count. The running back stayed in. That's number 34, I should say.
Dylan Stager.
Yeah. He stayed in on a 1 count to block and then just released to the flat. And he was an orphan and almost dropped it and turned almost a near disaster on a simple catch into 6 points.
Yeah, a couple of Tigers had an opportunity for the tackle, but were unable to do so as Stager fought his way through. And now the point after touchdown kick is good. And our American Family Insurance scoreboard, with 8 minutes and 27 seconds remaining in the second quarter, now reads Kewaskum 14 and Ripon 0. Friendly service, competitive pricing, modern overhead door does a tremendous job with quality installation of new garage doors and providing professional service after the sale. Selling residential and commercial CHI overhead doors. Modern overhead doors, family owned and operated in Ripon. Call 748-5000. Webster's Marketplace features an in-store smokehouse with tasty, made fresh right here brats, summer sausage, snack sticks, and more. Bill and the Webster Smokehouse team can smoke your venison, fish, or fowl. Webster's Marketplace featuring Webster Smokehouse, Highway 23 West in Ripon. All right, well, the Tigers now down 2 touchdowns. Going to get the ball back, and a nice line drive kick. Let it go, and they do, into the end zone. So Ripon will get the ball after the touchback. So, Marty, I think the Tigers need to try and clone that first drive where they had some success on the run.
Yeah, they were firing off the ball. They had everything going their way. They were getting yards in, everywhere from 5 to 6 yard increments, it seemed. Yeah. And with various running backs. And all of a sudden that came to a standstill. They have not been able to recapture that. So the battle of the trenches has gone from Ripon early on in this contest, now being controlled by the defensive front for Kewaskum.
Well, let's see what the Tigers have. Struble out of the shotgun, running back behind him. And that Struble's going to keep it left side. He has room. Wow, 25-20, 35-30, out to the 40-yard line before he goes down. Big hole out there for Ethan Struble, and the Tigers first down.
Well, Struble just told Ryan Cook, his counterpart, you want to fake off? You want to fake to the running back, and I'll do a keeper around the end? I think I can do that too.
Yeah, very nice play by Ethan Struble. Gains almost 20 out to the Ripon 40-yard line.
Yeah, so first down right on exactly the 50.
Yeah.
Boy, what this would be nice. You got less than 8 minutes till halftime. Wouldn't it be sweet if they could get something positive and come away with points here before halftime?
So I should say exactly 20 yards on that run. Struble back to pass now on first down. Pass incomplete, just in and out of the hands of the receiver. Out there on the left side in front of the Ripon bench at about the 47 was Declan Dudzinski.
I think they're not. Yeah, you're right. I couldn't tell. I thought they were counting it at first. They're not. Nope. He bobbled it. I like that play, though. Just a quick out
Yeah.
for 4 yards.
Yeah.
That's what you got to do. A little timing pattern.
And it worked. Just unfortunate, was unable to come down with the catch. All right, 2nd and 10. Left hash mark, 40-yard line. Struble back to pass. Nope, he's going to keep it. Running to the right. Trying to cut up. And, he gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Down he goes. Going to lose a couple of yards out there.
Yeah, Dylan Steger.
As the Kewaskum defense closed on that in a hurry.
Yeah, you talked about Steger and his physicality, his size, his dimensions as a running back. Well, you just saw what he does when he closes in as a defensive player.
So that's going to lose 3. Check that. 2 to the 38. But more importantly, Marty, that's 3rd down now. 3rd and 8.
Right. They got to get to the 50. So this would be it's 3rd. So I mean, I dare say you don't come away with a 1st down here. I think you got to punt.
Yep, I would agree on that. And let's see what happens. Right hash mark. And we're going to have a timeout. The Tigers here are going to take a timeout. Probably a pretty wise timeout as well. Marty, what else is going on in the conference tonight? Got some big games?
Yeah, we do. In this conference with 4 really good, outstanding teams and a couple others trying to figure out where they belong. And by that last comment, what I'm saying is Port Washington is at home with Plymouth tonight. If Port Washington wants to be considered part of the discussion for the top echelon, they need to upset Plymouth and really make that those teams up at the top really make it mixed up. Sheboygan Falls is at Kettle Moraine Lutheran. That's the other interesting matchup tonight. I think both those teams are well matched, and I wouldn't even know who to think is going to win that one with Sheboygan Falls at Kettle Moraine Lutheran. Berlin gets a little coming off of that disappointing loss in the closing minutes of that game to this very Kewaskum team. They are going to play tomorrow at Waupun. They've been playing Saturday games, 1 o'clock at Waupun for their home games due to some, from a storm, some damage to their lighting, so they don't have it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
All right. Yep. 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Out of the shotgun, Struble back to pass, looking down the middle of the field, throws it high in the air, and it's going to be picked off at the 30 by Kewaskum and tackled immediately, though, by Jacob Riddick for the Tigers.
Derek May with his 2nd interception for Kewaskum tonight.
Yep, and that will give the Indians the ball at their own 39-yard line.
I strongly recommend Kewaskum get Derek May involved on their offense.
Yeah, kid can catch the ball, can he? Yes, he can. Our American Family Insurance scoreboard now 6 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Again, it's the Indians 14 and the Tigers 0. All right, well, Kewaskum has some questions going on there. They didn't get an offensive formation. They had personnel issues.
Yeah.
And now they decide to call a timeout. Since 1896, Horicon Bank has been committed to providing excellent customer service, building a solid reputation as a mortgage lending leader, offering lending choices to fit your needs. Horicon Bank, the natural choice. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. Breakfast is served all day by the kindest, most attentive staff. The new Red Roof Cafe has all the homestyle favorites to please the entire group. Your freshly prepared food will be out shortly after your order. Red Roof Cafe and Breakfast, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon. Well, our American Family Insurance scoreboard reads 6 minutes and 37 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. It's Kewaskum 14 and Ripon 0. Kewaskum had some personnel issues, so they called the timeout, their first of the half. The ball at the Kewaskum 29-yard line, 1st and 10. Cook, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, hands it off to the running back, left side. Now he cuts in, crosses the 30. Down he goes at about the 35-yard line. And a good tackle out there by Carter Kissinger. So the play itself will gain about 6, so 2nd and 4.
Yeah, that's a win for them. Anytime you can do better, 4 yards or better on 1st and 10. you're in a good position for a second and short.
Gain of 5, second and
So Ryan Cook will remain out of the shotgun. This time he has running backs on his left and right, 2 receivers to the right side. Cook gets the ball, back to pass, quick throw to the right side in. It's caught,
Nice read.
but a nice read by the Tiger defender, makes an immediate tackle, and it's a tackle for loss.
Boy, one, great recognition and then great closing speed by the youngster, Dudzinski, I think, number 2. Great tackle.
That's for sure, and it was a
loss.
loss of 2, so we're going to call it 3rd and 6. Good defensive play by Ripon.
Yeah, that's a football play,
Yeah.
and you got to see more of those. We haven't seen a lot of those, particularly in the secondary. That was impressive.
All right, see if the Tigers can hold on 3rd and 6. Cook out of the shotgun, ball right hash. Running back to his right, back to pass, looking left. Now he cuts up in the middle. He's going to take off running, but he's not going anywhere. Nice tackle by the Tigers, a couple of them down there. And let's see, Jordan Perkins was one and Kyle Roby the other.
Yeah, Perkins, great job firing off the ball. When the quarterback thought he was going to have his way, Cook have his way for a first down on that pass rush. And just great job of running him down, keeping him short, bringing up a punting situation.
Couple of yards gained, but makes it 4th down and 4 for the Indians. Their first punt of the evening as well. Good snap. Punt, pretty decent. Taken by the Tigers at the 32-yard line. He caught the ball on his knee, so he will be down there.
Yeah, I was surprised the official didn't blow the whistle right away. He
didn't do it soon enough, did he?
Right.
Yeah.
No, he let him run about 8 yards laterally, and then he blew his whistle and said maybe he was processing. That's right. Your knee touched the ground. Yeah, that's right.
Well, you know, it's a chilly evening, and
it is.
So some things have to be processed before a decision is made.
We've been told it's chilly. We really don't know that. We're indoors. Yeah,
indoors with the windows open. We're actually pretty blessed, actually, to tell you the truth. Could be a lot worse.
You'll let the cat out of the bag, Lynn.
All right. Left hash mark, 1st and 10 Tigers. 4:37 remaining in the second quarter. Handoff to Roby. He's going to run out to the 36-yard line. Nice gain of about 3. So 2nd down 7. Again, our American Family Insurance scoreboard, 14-0 Tigers. 4:20 remains in the second quarter.
Roby needs to watch that run tomorrow on film. He's running straight up, and that's where you get in trouble, and you make yourself an easy target for the defense. A guy with his frame and his weight and his size, you run with a lean and the crown of your helmet and your shoulder pads, high knees, you're not going to be fun to hit.
All right, 2nd down 7. Struble back to pass, looks left, throws, quick, caught, Dudzinski, 1st down, just inside the 45-yard line.
Well, he just made amends for that quick little 4-yard out that he bobbled and never reeled in for a catch a few minutes ago. That's the thing about football, right? I mean, it's like you're on stage, you run a play, maybe you're not successful at what you wanted to do. You drop the pass. Well, you have the opportunity to come back and make amends for it.
Declan Dudzinski gets the 1st down for the Tigers at their own 45. Struble out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it, go up the middle, tries to cut to the outside, has some room at midfield into Indian territory to about the 49 before he goes down.
Yeah, good. At least a 5-yard gain, I think. Yeah, 6.
We're going to call it 6 because we're generous people.
Yes, we are, especially with our team.
And so it's going to be a gain of 6, 2nd and 4, the ball inside Indian territory. So, again, drive looking nice here late in the second quarter.
Yeah, they got to figure it out for themselves in terms of getting that confidence. That comes by getting success.
This is going to be a straight up the middle is Struble. He gets spun around, and it's going to be a flag on the play.
Yeah, I wonder if there was a face mask involved. Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh.
The way he got spun around made me think that right away.
Oh, they're going to call that on Ripon, Marty.
Interesting. So it's saying
hold. It's a hold. Okay.
Okay. The way he did it came across his face.
It's a face mask. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Ripon.
That's too bad.
One of their few mistakes tonight.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah. Well, that is too bad because Ripon was rolling on the drive.
Oh, yeah. That was going to be third and about 3.
Yeah, now with the penalty, it goes way back to the Ripon 39-yard line. So it's going to be second down and 16.
And the head referee, the white hat, he made the call quickly, definitively.
He did.
So he saw it.
No processing going on there. All right, Struble, Roby on the handoff, trying to find a little space there. He gets some as he gets over the 40-yard line to about the 42. Gain of about 3, but that brings up a big third and 13. And now the clock is stopped as Kewaskum.
They want that ball back.
Yeah, they're going to take a timeout. Our American Family Insurance scoreboard has 2 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in the second quarter, and it's the Indians 14 and the Tigers 0. Well, Marty, even though it's a away game here, it's about an hour away, a little less than an hour from Ripon.
Yeah.
A nice contingent of fans by the Tigers tonight.
Yeah, it is. You know, you made the comment, 20 minutes out before kickoff. It's like you saw, 6 people?
Yeah, there weren't many.
And we're going like, what? Are the fish fries running late tonight?
Yeah,
What's
no
going
kidding.
on here?
Well, when we had our fish fry, of course, they were short-staffed, so we're lucky we got there early.
Yeah, we are. It was good, by the way.
It was very good. Yeah, we had a good meal.
Yeah, is it the nephew that's on this team, number 76?
Yes.
The wife of the owner, April, that's waited on. She did everything tonight.
She did, yes. Samuel Gauthier is the nephew of the owner tonight. He's a big kid, as I mentioned, and one of the captains, 6'1", 280.
Yeah, he's big guy.
Kid. All right. So 3rd and 13 for Ripon. Struble rolling left, looking to pass, and he's going to throw it downfield right side. It's up in the air, and it's going to be incomplete inside the 30-yard line. That was Declan Dudzinski, who the ball was attempted for. But it's going to bring up 4th down now, and I would suspect the Tigers will want to punt.
That's some pretty good arm strength.
Yeah, running
Struble.
left. It's not
running
easy.
left and jumping and then throwing it about 35 yards in the air.
Yeah.
And that's into the wind.
Yeah, I should mention what the temperature is. I forgot to look before the game tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's 74 and sunny here, so I don't know what's going on.
In the booth it is anyway, so yeah. 41 degrees actually here in Kewaskum is what I'm getting.
Okay.
So
I had my Key West thing on.
All right, so the Tigers will punt the ball. It's going to go out of bounds in Kewaskum territory just inside the 40 at the 38-yard line. And so our American Family Insurance scoreboard 2:24 remains in the second. That is where the Indians, with a 14-0 lead, will begin this drive.
Well, Ripon has certainly shown signs of good stuff on both sides of the ball. Defensively, they've had some stands. Offensively, they've had, particularly their first offensive possession, they moved the chains 3 successive times before they kind of ran out of gas.
All right, Ryan Cook, the quarterback, going to hand it off to the running back going to the right side. He tries to cut in, but he gets tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Nice job out there. That's Jordan Perkins.
Yeah, and who's the guy that's forcing that play back in? He's done it twice tonight in big situations like that, and it's Mr. Dudzinski's one of them. I mean, he's doing a great job of closing the lane, not letting them bounce it to the outside, and then letting teammates like Perkins
come up to make the tackle.
Yeah,
absolutely. So it's they're going to call it no gain. We'll do that, but it was just a loss of maybe a half a yard. So 2nd down 10 for the Kewaskum Indians out of the shotgun Cook.
Yeah, I'll say 2nd down 10.5.
All righty. Man in motion. He gets the ball on the jet sweep in the motion, but there it is. Perkins again making the tackle, not letting the running receiver get any further, maybe a yard to the 39.
Donovan Zilmer, number 22. And they did a great job of just, rallying to the ball there, taking them on and taking the blockers on.
Yeah, that was a jet sweep as he pitched the ball to the man in motion. Yeah.
Jammed it all up.
So it's just going to be a gain of 1. So 3rd and 9. We're here at 65 seconds remaining in the second quarter on our American Family Insurance scoreboard.
Too many times Ripon's given up third and fourth and long.
All right.
This is where you got to get him.
Back to pass Cook. He's under pressure, big time pressure, but throws. It's a screen, and it falls incomplete as the receiver could not come and get to the ball. That was Dylan Stager. And fourth down. Good defensive hold.
Yes. Ripon's going to get an opportunity with 52 seconds.
And 2 timeouts. So 3rd and 9.
Ripon is one score away
from
from making this a one-score game until halftime.
Yeah, 4th and 9 is... sorry about that. And the Indians will punt. Declan Dudzinski back to receive. He's about his 32, 33-yard line. Good snap. Punt is up. Decent punt.
Very good.
And he's going to let it go. Takes a rip and bounce, and it will be downed by the Indians at the Ripon 34-yard line. Downed by Nathan Heller, a senior, 5'8", 170.
Well, this series right here with only 44 seconds and 2 timeouts, this is going to tell us a lot about the head coach right now. He just said, you know what, let's just get reorganized. We're only down 14-0. Or, you know what, let's try it. Let's try something. Struble can run. Struble can pass. Can we pull something off here?
Well, I think we should try something here. 44 seconds remaining in the second quarter. All right, Struble out of the shotgun. Empty backfield. He gets the snap. He's going to keep it. Goes right up the middle. And
safe play.
And maybe a couple of yards to the 35. Remember, the Tigers have 2 timeouts.
Yeah.
So now it's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that play told you they're not going to use their timeouts. That's what that told me. So they're just going to be satisfied going in at this rate, being down by only 2 scores. And right now I feel good about Ripon. They've shown spurts on both sides of the line of scrimmage, and they've also have done maybe their best job so far this season of not shooting themselves in the proverbial foot with multiple penalties on offense.
Also, remember, Ripon will get the second half kickoff as well.
Good point, because that comes into play in your decision making.
And there you go. And that is the end of the second quarter. So we are now at halftime. Our American Family Insurance scoreboard has the Kewaskum Indians 14 and the Ripon Tigers 0. Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in to WRPN and team up every weekday morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area. And Aroma's Bar and Grill has authentic Mexican cuisine, mouth-watering steaks, seafood, chicken, and vegetarian dishes, cooked up with a delicious blend of spices and years of experience. You're sure to discover your favorite. Locally owned and operated on the far west side of Ripon, Highway 23. So it is halftime, as we have mentioned. The Tigers playing a tough game here, but find themselves 2 touchdowns down to Kewaskum, 14-0. And we'll be back with the start of the second half after these many minutes as the clock winds down for Kewaskum homecoming. And we'll be back to bring you the second half after this. Welcome back to Kewaskum Athletic Field here in Kewaskum for our second half of the Ripon Tigers football game between the Tigers and the Kewaskum Indians. You're listening to AM 1600 and 93.1 FM WRPN The Wave, and also streaming on youtube.com/Ripon Channel. Our score, our American Family Insurance scoreboard here at halftime, has the Indians leading the Tigers 14-0. I'm Lynn Krause, along with Marty Ernzer. And Marty, other than the North Fond du Lac game, that, of course, the Tigers' lone victory, Ripon played a pretty good first half.
Yeah, by what we've seen, over the last 4 contests in which they've played really the top of the conference, they've come back to it and taking on a team that's now tied for first as of last Friday, and for the most part holding their own, Lind. I agree. They're down 14-0, and they've moved the ball at sporadic times. They've had big plays on that 3rd and long along the long pass. The next challenge for this young Tiger squad is can you continue on a drive? So can you take it to the next step? Can you get down into the red zone and then have an answer for 6 points in that end zone? That's their next challenge. The good news is, like you said, they get the ball to start the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's going to that will set the tone for this second half for these Tigers. It's going to tell us and the viewers and the listeners a lot about where this team is coming out at halftime from the locker room.
And you and I have talked both on air and off air about just wanting to see some improvement. And certainly we saw it here in the first half. And one other thing that has been improving, just one penalty on Ripon in the first half, although it was a costly one.
Yeah, and that's part of the improvement is stop hurting yourself, stop hurting your own cause with unnecessary penalties, and they've done that. Stop giving up the big play for touchdowns. They did that last week, and they're doing a better job of it tonight. The coach commented earlier, as I said before the game, that he liked the physicality that Ripon played with last week, and I think for the most part they're doing that here tonight as well. So I see a lot of good things with this Ripon team that has really struggled this season, and what a feather it would be in their proverbial cap, right? If they could move the ball here to start the second half, and get some good things to happen. Because I think, success, like I said, it comes with confidence. I'm not sure which one causes the other one, Lind. I never quite understood that. But, boy, nothing wrong with it, starting it off on special teams and getting a good 20-plus yard return here.
Well, that's what we're hoping for as the Tigers are all set. It's Jordan Perkins standing in the middle there at about his 12-yard line, awaiting the kickoff from the Indians to begin the second half. 41 degrees outside, certainly the coldest of this autumn. So anyway, the kickoff is off, caught, and up. It's Max Huber. Oh, what a return on him. 30-40 across midfield for Ripon. And Marty, you were looking for a big bounce. There you have it.
Yeah, before we even get to the offense, there's that special teams. There's that super spark that hopefully gets the rest of the teammates all fired up. That was beautiful. Now we just saw the reason why he's been able to get behind defensive backs, what Huber can do.
Here I was talking about the temperature, and Huber's running roughshod through the Indians' special teams unit.
Yeah, it was hot where he was.
It was indeed.
His hair was burning.
Well, little smoke out there on that turf, the way he was running. Well, anyway, the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 on the Kewaskum 47-yard line. It's Struble out of the shotgun. Back to pass, looking right side. Caught.
Look at
Riddick,
that.
45, fighting to the 40. Still up. He fumbled the ball, but he jumped right back on it. So a good gainer for Ripon on first down.
Well, a little trickery themselves. They got everything going left on a play-action pass and then came right back to the orphan on the flat all by himself to get really good yards, about 6 of them on 1st and 10.
Absolutely 6 yards. 2nd down 4. The ball at the 41 of the Indians. Good first play of the second half for Ripon.
Yeah, great call, better execution.
Ball located at the right hash mark. Struble has it, goes to the right side running, crosses the 40, down inside to about the 37, very close to a first down. Not sure if he has it or not. It's going to be close.
Boy, close is the word.
Yep. Officials are going to say not quite, so he's going to be less than a yard away.
Wow.
So, really less.
How do you not measure that from what I'm looking at on that stick and where the ball is placed?
Since turf has been put on these fields, Marty, you rarely see a measurement anymore.
No, you're right.
You just don't.
And I think they'd want to speed the game up, too. Boy,
all right.
What a call.
So Struble right under center, probably a quarterback sneak. Nope, hand off to the running back 30. Up the middle. That's going to be, Caden Pear. And Pear's going to have the first down, and he's going to run inside the 35 down to the 33 for Ripon.
I'm almost thinking that's the first time he's gotten the ball tonight and took full advantage of it at a key time to keep the drive alive.
You know, he's another big kid, junior, 5'9", 195 pounds.
Yeah, we talked about him a few games ago. Fire hydrant with Nikes.
So at the 34, 1st and 10 Tigers, Struble under center. Running back behind him, he gets the pitch. Jordan Perkins trying to turn the corner, but he's unable to do so, and he's going to lose a couple of yards.
Yeah, they went short side on that. Kewaskum defensive end or outside linebacker, great job of not getting hemmed in and getting out to Perkins and never allowing him to get up and turn that corner.
Marty, we're going to call that a loss of 2 to the Kewaskum 36. Important down now for 2nd and 12. Again, the Tigers down 14-0 on our American Family Insurance scoreboard.
Yeah, you want to see at least a 5-yard gain here. Let's see what Ripon has up their sleeve.
Perkins out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it. Quick pass to the right side. Caught Riddick, 35, and he is going to go down. That play didn't quite work like the other one. The defender was there.
Another bubble screen. We've seen Kewaskum do that. We see quite a few teams do that. The only thing I question is I want a really quick water bug kind of guy with really quick feet, and that situation in space. You need a quick person that can make would-be tacklers miss.
Gain of 2 back to the original line of scrimmage, which was the 34. So now it's 3rd down and 10. All right, Struble rolling left, wants to pass, looking. He's going to hang on to it and keep it. Trying to run, but he's going to get sacked back at the 37. So that play did not work, and it's going to be a loss of 3, bringing up 4th and 13 at the Kewaskum 37. Tigers will go for it.
Yeah, you know, they got that drive. They moved the chains. They got the first down. This is always set up with that great return.
And that's what we've seen here tonight, Marty. We get a drive, we get to about the 40, 30-yard line, and we run out of gas.
Yep.
All right, Struble out of the shotgun, looking back to pass, downfield to his left, moves to his left, looking, flag down to the left sideline. The pass is incomplete. That was intended down there for Caden Pear. Good coverage, and we're going to have a penalty, and it looks like it's holding against the Tigers, and I'm sure that it will be declined.
Yeah, he already told the ref, the coach, to forget it, bring up that. They'll take the down over the distance.
So with the declination, it now is turned over to Kewaskum on our American Family Insurance scoreboard. 7:56 remains in the 3rd quarter. 14-0 Indians.
Declination. Was that a reference to Declan Dudzinski?
1st and 10 for the Indians. 37-yard line. Ball smack dab in the middle of the field between the hash marks. Ryan Cook, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, running back to his left. Looks left, throws, caught, 35, running up 40. 45 breaks a tackle, but he gets tripped up just before midfield. Good tackle out there. I think that's Declan Dudzinski. It was. And he saved a big gainer.
That's what I'm talking about. When you get the ball out to that flat, and he did a great job, the quarterback did, Cook, of getting that ball out quickly, throwing a strike, a fastball, and then get into the hands of a person that's really got great footwork.
So the play does gain 9 to the 46. 2nd down and 1. Ball left hash mark. Ryan Cook, the quarterback, running back to his left. It's going to be a handoff to the running back straight up the middle, and he's going to get the first down, shy of the 50-yard line, though. But all he needed was a yard, got 2, 1st and 10.
Still good rally to the ball, gang tackling by the Tigers.
So putting the ball at the 48-yard line, and it will be 1st and 10 for the Kewaskum Indians. Homecoming tonight. At halftime, they introduced the homecoming court. Yep. They also had a little bit of competition out on the field. Very nice. Anyway, 1st and 10. Cook rolling right, going to throw, caught, And
Get off the
crossing
block.
midfield to the 45, and down he goes. Jaden Heemster on the tackle there. I thought for an instant that ball hit the ground before he caught it.
I'm watching these Ripon players. They're allowing themselves to get stock blocked in the open. They're not. Someone needs to tell them, I can use my hands. I can grab the blocker and throw him off of me and bend to the ball. They can't absorb these blocks like that. The other thing I was going to mention defensively, where Ripon's had a decent night, I like to see somebody get home on the quarterback.
That play gains 7, second. Make that gains 8, second and 2. Quarterback keeper right up the middle is Cook. He's not going to get the first down, although he's close. Maybe a gain of 1. Good defense by the Tigers that time, shutting down the running game in the middle.
There was. He ran into a wall. Part of that wall was 84 for the Tigers.
And
Scholzel.
Yep, Jack Scholzel on the stop. Maybe a half a yard will give him 1 to the 42. Check that, 43 of Ripon. Third down and 1 for Kewaskum.
How about a turnover? Better yet.
Or a penalty, anything against Kewaskum here. Out of the shotgun is Cook, the quarterback, awaiting the snap, running back to his right. The running back gets the ball straight up the middle. He has the first down inside the 40, 35, down to the 30 before he goes down. It's a nice run out there. Dylan Stager, that 180-pound senior.
There was some blocking there because he wasn't even bothered for those first half dozen yards. Nice blocking up front by Kewaskum.
And it's a big gainer to the Ripon 30-yard line. And it's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Indians. Clock rolls, 5 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third on our American Family Insurance scoreboard. 14-0 Indians. Cook hands it off to the running back, trying to cut to the outside. And the initial tackler, Scholzel, makes the running back get tripped up. He eventually goes down after a gain of 1.
Yeah, that's what Jack Scholzel exactly did. He tripped him up. Good job of sniffing out the play and then laying out for it to get into his feet.
I thought for an instant there that the running back was going to maybe be able to maintain his feet, but he did go down after just the short gain.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd down and 9, we will call it, from the 29-yard line. Cook out of the shotgun, running back to his left, gets the snap, looking to pass, flags down, and it's going to be a penalty against the Indians for a false start, so that will help Ripon.
Yeah, it's going to make it 2nd and double digits now, something like, 13?
14 probably, yeah.
So take advantage of it. That scoreboard is pretty impressive. Our Riley Eisnagel, executive producer, is talking about it. So we've gotten the camera on that several times tonight. It is big time. We 2 years ago when we were here, it was already here. I mean, that thing can do everything except walk the dog, and maybe it can do that too. It's pretty impressive. It was donated. It was donated by the sponsor name below the scoreboard. That was not tax dollars.
Okay, pass caught on a screen to the right side and immediately hit out there by Carter Kissinger. Good job. Pass complete to Owen Parrish.
Yeah, no relation to Henry Kissinger. I talked to him, but what a hit. And he had one of those earlier and late in the first half in the second quarter.
That was 2nd down 14. We're going to give him a gain of 1 to make it 3rd and 13. And once again, Marty, this Ripon defense playing okay.
That hit by Kissinger is one of the things we're talking about the maturation of these young guys.
Ball right hash mark with a big 3rd down play. 2 receivers to the left, out of the shotgun. Oh, it's going to be a draw play right up the middle, inside the 30, 25. Still on his feet to the 20, and I think he has the first down. What a run that time by Kewaskum's Dylan Soik.
56 for the Tigers, almost tied him up after about an 8-yard gain, and then got down into his legs, but he couldn't stay with him.
And
their most successful plays, I should say, by Kewaskum has been those dives right up the A-gap.
Well, we talked about not having many measurements. By golly, we're going to have one.
Well, it's because that one they didn't measure for Ripon, I thought was odd because I don't think it was the length of the football even. It was less than that.
And does he have it?
First, it looks like
Yeah, boy, just by an instant. Oh, my goodness. Just by the little tip of the ball there, he got the first down. But hey, regardless, it was really a nice run by that Indian running back. He wasn't about to give up.
Yeah.
And the Tigers just couldn't get him to go down. But it's a first down for Kewaskum on the Ripon 20. The ball at the right hash mark.
Focus here. Don't cave into him.
Cook in the shotgun. Hands
There
the
you
ball
go.
off. Nice tackle for loss by the Tigers. Nice little gang tackle out there. Scholzel is one of them. Also, Caden Pear is another. And let's see, Jordan Perkins the third. Good job.
Yeah, Caden Pear was the first guy there, number 30. He was the man. Nice job.
So it's a loss of 1 to the 21. So second down and 11 for Kewaskum.
Do it again.
Out of the shotgun. Cook gets the snap, looking to pass, looking left. Now in the middle of the field, it's going to be caught in the end zone for a touchdown for Kewaskum. And a nice catch there by the receiver, number 23.
Yeah.
That's Mace. Check that. The number 23, that is Bailey Ralph, a junior wide receiver.
Talking prior to the game's beginning tonight, one of the gentlemen up here in the booth told us if their quarterback gets time to pass, he can be effective.
And it was a nice pass and catch for sure. The point after touchdown kick is good. And our American Family Insurance scoreboard changes now with 2:51 remaining in the third quarter. It's the Indians 14, the Tigers 0. Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign, compassionate, high-quality dental care for the whole family. Friendly service, competitive pricing. Modern Overhead Door does a tremendous job with quality installation of new garage doors and providing professional service after the sale. Selling residential and commercial CHI overhead doors. Modern Overhead Door, family-owned and operated in Ripon. Call 748-5000. Okay, Kewaskum to kick off after the touchdown. And it's a good kick taken at the 9-yard line for Ripon. Up the middle, 20, 25. Declan Dudzinski will go down at the 26-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers on their own 26. And as mentioned, we find themselves down now 21-0.
Well, let's see what kind of composure they have now as we're winding down the third quarter. They've experienced quite a bit of success tonight at various offensive possessions where they've been able to move the ball between the 20s. Let's see if they can get a nice drive here.
Well, what they've haven't been able to do, Marty, which we both agree on, is they get to about the 30 or so, and then they hit that wall and aren't able to continue on. But we'll see what this drive brings from the 25. High snap. Struble was able to get it, and he goes up the middle, found some room there across the 30-35, and I think he's going to have a first down at the 37.
Yeah, for those viewers that are watching, that play was not called the high snap on two.
No, it was not.
Great athletic reaction to a situation, turned what could have been disaster into a first down.
Yeah, so good job by Struble, and for that matter, good job by that offensive line maintaining their blocks despite the high snap. It is a first down at the Ripon 37. Ball between the hash, about the middle. Struble out of the shotgun, Perkins behind him, and it's a fumble. And a fumble on the handoff somewhere along the line, and that's a mistake that the Tigers can't have.
The body language tells me that's miscommunication. In other words, the quarterback thought, okay, I'm handing this off, and the running back, I don't think, thought he was getting the ball.
Yeah.
That's what that body language told me on that attempted exchange.
That's a loss of 7 back to the loss of 6 back to the 31. 2nd, 16. All right, back to pass. Screen right side. Perkins caught it, but he was kind of turned around and caught it, but had to fall down on that. And kind of the turf monster got a hold of him there, and only a gain of 1.
Yeah, the ball needed to be up where he could handle it and keep and then turn his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage kind of thing. And
unable to do so. Maybe we'll give him a gain of 1, 3rd and 15, but it's a long 3rd down now, so Ripon has some work cut out for them. Hopefully they can find a play in there so they can keep possession of the ball and not give it back to the Indians, who just scored a touchdown minutes ago.
Let's see what Kewaskum do. Are they going to blitz on this? I would.
Back to pass, Struble. Oh, he got hit as he threw it, so the ball is high in the air, and it does fall incomplete, fortunately for the Tigers. And not much that Struble could do about that, as he got hit just as he was throwing it.
Yeah.
So that's going to make it 4th down.
They blitzed 6 on that. Like you said, we're fortunate that it's not a short field 1st and 10 for Kewaskum right now.
Yeah. All right, well, 4th down. Tigers will be in punt formation. 1 player deep for the Indians in his own territory at about the 40.
Are they going for the block?
And there's the punt. And it's going to hit at the 45, 40, inside the 40. Nice rip and roll to the 33-yard line. And Jordan Perkins trying to give it some encouragement to go a little further, and he might have gotten a yard extra out of that. So from the 33-yard line is where Kewaskum will begin 1st and 10. Our American Family Insurance scoreboard, 38 seconds remains in the 3rd quarter. 21-0 Indians. All right, Ryan Cook, the quarterback, out of the shotgun, running back to his left, gets the ball, fakes a pass, and then he throws it down to the right side, incomplete.
What they did, they set up Ripon defense trying to get them to bite on that bubble screen, and what happened was it was a fake pass, and then trying to get him down the sideline on a fly pattern. But the safety for Ripon did a good job in recognition.
Yeah, very good job on the defense. So, incomplete, 2nd down and 10. Again, from the 33, Cook out of the shotgun, gets a snap, little low snap. He starts running forward, then passes it off to the right side, and the receiver cannot maintain possession and falls incomplete.
Good job by Ripon on this play, because the reason why that pass fell incomplete, because the intended receiver pulled his head up to look to see which of the defenders were coming at him, because there was 3 of them. Good job by recognition, and not just seeing it, but then doing something about it and getting over there.
Yeah, good job. So now it's 3rd and 10 for Kewaskum. So we'll see what happens now. The Indians, 2 receivers right, 2 left. Running back just to the left of the quarterback, Cook, who's out of the shotgun, gets a snap, looking to his left, looking to the middle of the field, throws down the field. It's going to be caught.
Wow.
Oh, nice catch at the 40. And he's going to go into the end zone for a Kewaskum touchdown. Wow, nice catch. Owen Parrish right on his fingertips.
What a beautiful play.
And he got behind the 3 Ripon defenders, and he scores the touchdown.
Boy, they were right about you give that quarterback time and he can throw effectively. Well, wow.
That is really something. Good looking play and catch, and hats off to Kewaskum on that one. So the point after touchdown kick is going to be up, and it is good. Nice kick. And our American Family Insurance scoreboard changes once again. Now with 17 seconds remaining in the 3rd, it's the Indians 28 and the Tigers 0. Well, he doesn't get much more pretty than that, Marty, on that play.
If you're a football fan, that was just absolutely gorgeous.
It really was.
Yeah, from left to right, that receiver broke it over the middle. And when it looked like it was going to be an overthrow, And, man, what an adjustment to that rising fastball for a pass.
Yeah, I really thought it was going to be overthrown to everybody, but, man, he caught it right on his fingertips. And, well, he got behind the Ripon defenders, and it was just a very good football play by the Kewaskum Indians.
Sure was.
That's for sure. All right, well, they will kick off to the Tigers. And it's a good kickoff. It's going to be taken by the up guy, about the 14-yard line. Oh, up the middle, 25-20. He's got some room out there. Across the 40, down to about the 49, close to midfield. Jacob Riddick. Excellent return.
82. Boy, he may not be the fastest laterally as he's limping off the field, but boy, can he go north to south in a hurry.
He did. A nice job.
Great job.
And good blocking. There was a nice lane there that the Tigers had for him, and away he went.
He saw the seam, and he accelerated. Nice stride.
He really did.
Once again, midfield, we've seen now here in the third quarter to start the second half, and then this one by Ripon on returns to put their offense in on a short field.
1st and 10, Ripon 49. Quarterback Struble gets it, fakes the handoff to Roby, and he's going to get sacked behind the line of scrimmage. That one did not go as planned.
Yeah, see, the problem is they're not going to bite on that play. I think they're locking in on the jersey number, in other words, Struble. So they're not going to bite on the misdirection, fake handoff stuff. They're just going to go where Struble goes because they realize he's the guy that stirs that drink.
Well, that is the end of the third quarter. Our American Family Insurance scoreboard has the Kewaskum Indians 28 and the Ripon Tigers 0. Webster's Express, online ordering for pickup or delivery. Safely getting groceries to you and your family at the speed of your life. Order online at webstersmarketplace.com today. Since 1896, Horicon Bank has been committed to providing excellent customer service. The natural choice to help with your financial growth, helping you make secure financial decisions for the long-term stability of you and your family. Horicon Bank, the natural choice. Member FDIC. Well, I'm told we have a beautiful moonshot on our camera here, I guess, between the third and fourth quarters. Oh, we're working on it, I'm told.
You know, speaking of space, what is the only man-made structure on the planet that can be seen from space? Think about that, man.
Yeah, all right.
Here we go.
Second down and 15 for the Tigers on their own 44-yard line. Back to pass. Struble throws left, incomplete. Hit hard was Declan Dudzinski, but he gets up, and now it brings up third down.
Yeah, that's the last kind of pass a receiver wants to get.
High over your head.
High where he has to extend for the ball, and you're exposing your rib cage to a guy that gets to play target practice.
Yeah, but the Dudzinski came up, and he's in good shape. But nonetheless, it brings up third down now and 15 for the Tigers on their own 44-yard line. All right, Struble out of the shotgun, running backs to his right. Struble's going to go back to pass, looking. He's under pressure, moves up. Now he's under more pressure, going to take off and run. Left side, he's going to get a couple of yards, maybe to midfield or just over midfield, but that's it. And he's going to go out of bounds, and it'll bring up fourth down.
What do they do here? I'm not convinced that they're going to bring their punt team.
Well, down four scores, fourth and 8. The ball's going to be at the 49-yard line of Kewaskum. And looks like the punt team is going to be out there.
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
8 yards.
So it will be fourth down. As, Ripon, that quarterback sack, was too much to overcome on that.
Do you believe that we are one more game for the regular season already?
Yeah, you know, it's flag's down way back to delay of game going to be. So that's going to move Ripon back 5 more.
I don't get that. It's 4th and 8. either going to punt or you're going to go for it.
Well, I'm not sure. The coach is out on the field, and now he's backing out. I'm not sure what happened there, other than Ripon did not get the ball snapped in time. All right, so with the 5-yard penalty, it moves it back into Ripon territory to the 46. They will be preparing to punt here as we await the snap. And, oh, it's a fake. Up the middle, Roby. And he's at the 50, 45. He's got a first down, 40, 35, and down he goes. Oh, a fake punt for a first down for the Tigers.
Well, that was a great fake.
It was.
They faked this up here in the booth because to take the delay a game, that I believe that was I got to believe that was part of the play, unless they didn't have the personnel they wanted to run that trick play. We've seen that same exact trick play run. Yeah. Was it week 1 against Watertown Luther Prep to Roby?
Fantastic. Good job, Tigers. All right.
Congrats.
So they keep the ball at the Kewaskum 31, 1st and 10. Direct snap to Struble. He's got some room on the left side as he crossed the 25-20, and down he goes. It's going to be another first down for Ripon.
That's the fastest I've ever seen Kyle Roby run, ever.
Well, maybe he was chilly.
He must have been told that if he didn't get that first, he wasn't coming back on the bus or something.
I was going to say, oh, man. All right, so another first down for Ripon at the Kewaskum 19. Farthest that Ripon has been in Kewaskum territory tonight. All right, Struble keeps the ball again. Another dance move inside the 15 to the 10. And it's a flag at the end of the play. It's going to be close to a Ripon first down. Now we have to see what the penalty is going to be.
Do you see how Struble, when they're coming in on his leg and he gives that right leg away, he gives it and takes it away.
Oh.
I just love his ability.
Penalty against Ripon, illegal block in the back.
Are you kidding me?
So, wow, that's going to move them back, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been first down or darn close to it. So with the penalty, which is a spot foul, the ball is going to be marked at the 17-yard line. So even with the penalty, the team gains 3 yards. So now it's going to be first down and 7. All right, so left hash mark, Struble out of the shotgun, running back to his right. Struble looking left, throws. Oh, it's picked off at the 15, 20. He's running 40, 50, and Struble makes a touchdown-saving tackle at the Ripon 48-yard line. Oh, my.
Well, he was laying in the cattails. He was just hoping he'd throw it. Good job defensively of reading what the play was. That's just good defensive play.
Very, very disappointing, but that's football. And it goes to Kewaskum. Nice running back to the 49 of Ripon, where it's going to be first down and 10. 10 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter on our American Family Insurance scoreboard. 28-0, Kewaskum. New quarterback in for the Indians, number 9, Dawson Stahl Jr., 6'1", 170. His first pass, rolling left, overthrew the receiver, brings up second down.
Well, I dare say the wind is out of those sails.
Yeah.
And that was and this has pretty much been the blueprint for the season. Moments of greatness and then a little self-destruction at times. And
yeah,
it's it cannot be easy, but they got to finish the game.
Second down, 10. Quarterback under center, hands off to the running back, left side, makes a nice move, crosses the 45 to about the 42 before he goes down. And a good tackle out there by the Tigers, Bowden Greff. So that's going to be a gain of about 7, brings up 3rd and 3. Again, that new quarterback's name, Dawson Stahl. All right, so 3rd and 3 for the Indians. A couple of fresh running backs as well. I formation, quarterback under center. Awaits the snap. Ripon jumped offside, but was back in time. Hands the ball off, and the running back, Nathan Heller, gets a couple of yards. Not enough for a first down, though. To the 40, brings up 4th and 1.
So, another nice drive by Ripon with some big plays, and they just couldn't finish the deal. But you know what? They keep getting closer and closer, don't they?
Yeah. Parker Stellmacher made the tackle for the Tigers on that. So the defense, let's see if they can hold them and get the ball back and try and get that drive the other way. 4th and 1 on the Ripon 40 for Kewaskum. I formation, Stahl under center. Gets the snap, running back right up the middle. He has the first down, very close, but he's going to have it.
Oh yeah, he got it. Nice job, boy. There was nothing fancy there.
Yeah.
Straight line, and he was not going to be denied.
To the 38-yard line, and it is a 1st and 10 for Kewaskum. Again, our American Family Insurance scoreboard. It is the Indians 28, Tigers 0, 8 minutes, 40 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. Stahl under center, waits a snap, running back, cuts to the outside, 35,
nice. 30,
still on his feet, down to about the 29-yard line. Good run by Kewaskum.
Yeah, you got some new faces out there offensively, but I'll tell you, they're not dropping off too much in terms of offensive production. They're moving the ball. 2nd and short coming up. I got to believe the defense is pretty tired right now for the Tigers.
Play gains 9, 2nd down 1. Again at the Ripon 29. Ball right hash mark. Waiting the snap is Stahl. He's got it. Rolling left, wants to pass. He's a left-hander. He's going to get, I thought he was going to get sacked, but he had a nice stiff arm. He runs up, puts his shoulder down. Max Huber makes the tackle.
What a great stiff arm on the Ripon linebacker. Great work. He shifted the ball to his left hand and then used his right arm on a stiff arm to gain positive yards to get that first down.
It was only a gain of 3, but he only needed 1. Yeah. And so now it's a first down.
Yeah, he avoided about a 6-yard sack and turned that into a first down.
Ripon almost had him, but as you mentioned, Marty, that stiff arm was a good one. So the ball is going to be at the left hash mark, 26-yard line, 1st and 10, Kewaskum. Stahl under center, awaits the snap. Has it, going to pass, looking left, into the end zone, throws it, and it's incomplete. And good defense by the Tigers out there. That's Declan Dudzinski, who there at the last moment got his hands inside that receiver's hands, and the ball went away.
That was a beautiful, good-looking ball, let me tell you. He just needed to throw it, a nanosecond sooner.
But it falls incomplete, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Indians. Under center, Stahl. Got it. Hands it off. Oh, nice play by Noah Hansen in the backfield, but the running back bounced it off, and he's going to get some positive yardage.
I'll say he got positive yardage.
He initially ran into a wall, which included Noah Hansen, but then was able to bounce off, found some space, and away he went.
You got to wrap up, and fatigue might have something to do with that play.
But it is a first down for Kewaskum. Play's going to gain about 11 to the Ripon 15. So it's a 1st and 10. Ball at the right hash mark for the Indians. I formation. Waiting the snap. He's got it. Hands the ball off. Right up the middle. Gets him right. Oh, he fumbled the ball. Picked up by the Tigers inside the 8-yard line. And a break for Ripon. Tyler Bradley on the recovery.
Wow.
So Ripon gets a break as Kewaskum was looking to score, and the Tigers get the break on our American Family Insurance scoreboard with 6 minutes and 26 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter.
Something positive.
That indeed was positive.
What would have been really positive is to pick that up in the air.
Yeah, so he could run it the other way.
That's what we were going to see.
Well, I think he may have had an opportunity to run, but I think he was so excited the ball was there, he just plopped right on it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's Ripon ball on their own 10-yard line. Here's a quick pitch to the left. No, I think a quarterback keeper by Struble. And it's going to be a loss of a couple of yards. So,
got onto his jersey.
Yeah.
Wouldn't let him get away.
So it is a loss of 2 to the 8. Second down, 12. Ball at the left hash mark. So
Ripon not able to get points on the board here this evening. They got 6 minutes to see if they can change that. They got shut out last week as well, so it'd be nice to get some points.
That it would.
Next week they're going to be home for their last game of the season against another winless team in conference anyway. That's Ripon.
Well, here's a handoff to Roby, although Roby and Struble both bumped each other in the backfield. And that's going to be another loss of a couple of yards.
Yeah, those are the kind of things you expect to see in the first game of the year.
I was thinking the same thing.
Not the second to the last game of the season.
Yeah, not the penultimate game.
Yeah,
for
we've
sure.
seen that 3 times tonight. Yeah.
So 3rd and 14, clock rolling. We're getting about 5 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter on our American Family Insurance scoreboard.
Well, based on that first play, I would think he would keep this on the ground as well.
All right, Struble's going to keep it. Run off right tackle. Oh, he broke through. Boy, how did he get through there, Marty? I thought he was down, and all of a sudden he went right through there and has enough for a first down outside the 20.
Yeah, just great desire to go with the athleticism that he possesses.
You know, it was like I thought he was down, and then all of a sudden this white uniform come flying out of there, and it was Struble. So he gets it out to the 22, and Ripon gets to keep the ball on a 1st and 10 now for the Tigers.
Less than 4.5 minutes remaining.
All right, out of the shotgun, Struble. Now he's going to run left. Has some room out there across the 30 before he goes down at around the 33-yard line, and that's going to be enough for another first down for Ripon.
Yeah. Yeah, when he came down, he landed on the tackler, so he hadn't hit the turf yet. Might have been the difference.
He got a little bounce of an extra yard. I'll be interested to see how many yards he has rushing tonight, Marty. He had a tough week last week, but he was probably right around 700 or so for the season.
Yep.
All right, so 1st and 10 at the Ripon 33. Running backs to his right. Struble has it. He's going to run. Got some room. 35, 40, 45 before he goes down. And it's another Tigers first down.
He does a nice job of sort of, assessing the situation, not just sprinting as quick as he can. He's going like 90%, and then he sees what he sees and then accelerates. It's a pretty smooth way of doing it as well.
That gain out to the 46-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Tigers.
Closing in on 3 minutes remaining in the game on the American Family Insurance scoreboard.
Blockers to the left. Struble gets it. Midfield has some room. Down he goes in Kewaskum territory at the 46-yard line.
If I'm Kewaskum, I'm thinking about shutout. There's a lot at stake here for them. This thinking they know a lot of those guys out there are not the starters, and they want to preserve that shutout for their older classmates.
We'll put the ball at the 46 to make it 2nd down and 2 for Ripon.
And Ripon needs this a score here.
Struble gets the ball, hands the ball off Roby. 45-40, rumbles inside the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he is a rumbler stumbler, isn't he?
And it's a first down for the Tigers.
Good job.
Nice run by Kyle Roby. You know, he's a big kid too, junior, 6'1", 210 pounds.
And man, can he eat.
Ball at the left hash mark. Struble awaits the snap. Man in motion. Roby again. He's got it. 35. Now he's going to hit a wall there at about the 32. And down he'll go. We'll call it the 31-yard line. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Evidently, we're at the 2-minute warning. Actually, it's timeout. There's no 2-minute warning in high school.
The Tigers, they must have taken a timeout.
They did, and it's exactly with 2 minutes.
All right, and it gives us an opportunity to thank some more of our sponsors. Breakfast is served all day, along with their extensive lunch menu, salads and sandwiches, burgers and stir fry. The new Red Roof Cafe has all the home-style favorites to please your entire group. Red Roof Cafe and Breakfast, West Fond du Lac Street in Ripon.
I love those breakfasts.
Hillside Dental Associates in Ripon has been offering a complete range of premium dental care for over 35 years, including preventative hygiene, cosmetic and restorative procedures, along with Invisalign. Compassionate, high-quality dental care for the whole family. And Hometown Radio is your local source for news, weather, and sports. Tune in to WRPN and team up every weekday morning with Bob Nelson to find out what's happening in your area.
You know, Hillside Dental, I did say hi, Gene, when I saw him there that one time.
All right, here's a handoff to Roby. He's going to get inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line in a gain of about 3 or 4. Makes it now 3rd and about 3 coming up. Ripon in a hurry-up offense now. Struble has it. He's going to go right up the middle, cuts to the outside, now 25-20. Inside the 20, he's got a first down for the Tigers at about the 17-yard line.
Nice hit. They took him low, and the kid took his right shoulder pad high.
We're going to call it the 18, and we're going to have another timeout for Ripon. This is their second timeout of the half.
I think Struble needs, if anybody needs that timeout, I think it's Struble right now.
Probably right.
And I think he's a little gassed, and he took a good hit there. He's got to make sure that everything is located where it's supposed to be.
Aroma's Bar and Grill isn't just the place to get authentic Mexican cuisine anymore. Their menu also includes Friday fish fry, Legend Larry's chicken wings, steaks, burgers, and much more. Experience authentic Mexican cuisine and the expanded menu items at Aroma's Bar and Grill, locally owned and operated on the far west side of Ripon, Highway 23. Well, Marty, even though we know the Tigers are going to drop this game, we just would really like to have a score for these kids.
Yeah, and right now, I think with Struble behind the scenes here, calling the shots, him and Roby have been doing the damage to see if they can keep blocking and put it in there with 1:30 left in the game.
Here's Roby, 15 to the 10, still on his feet to the 5-yard line, Kyle Roby.
Yep.
And that's going to be enough for a first down for Ripon on a good run to the right side.
Boy, it was in a second and third effort, and they're finding out that he is, by golly, over 200 pounds.
First and goal, Tigers from the 5. Here's Struble. He's going to take it himself, right side to the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Tigers for Ethan Struble.
1 minute, 11 seconds. Or how many total seconds
That's
is that?
71.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it's good for the Tigers to get a touchdown and get on the board.
Yeah, good for them. Nice drive. They needed that.
So our American Family Insurance scoreboard now reads 28-6, Kewaskum, and pending the point after touchdown. And oh boy, the snap went through everybody, and Ripon kicker picked it up, and down he goes. And that's, that's a little bit.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time since they've tried that play.
It has been a while since they've had a point after touchdown kick attempt.
But what a nice drive. Doesn't
yeah.
take away from the drive.
It does not at all. And a lot of running and good running, both by Ethan Struble, who got the touchdown, and Kyle Roby as well. And so with 71 seconds remaining in this football game, our American Family Insurance scoreboard has the Indians 28 and the Tigers 6. So we just have a few more seconds to go, and Tigers will be kicking the ball off, and then we'll be packing up, heading to Ripon and next week's finale.
Yep, the boys from Prison City, Ripon, come in for 7 o'clock kickoff. We're going to be there, and it's going to be the battle for see who's going to stay in the basement and who's going to get one leg up. And
a battle for the little brown jug.
There you go.
All right, so the kickoff is downed by Kewaskum at around the 29 or 28-yard line. So the Indians will have this drive. You know, no time. Oh, that's right. No time would go off the clock on that. I was just going to say.
Yep. We might be a small town here, but by golly, they still know the rules.
You know, I was just gonna give a little rub to the late Frank Bush, who one time ran the clock at Ripon College, and there was a kickoff return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And I looked up at the scoreboard to announce, and only 2 seconds ran off the clock. And I said, "Boy, that guy was fast. He ran it about 90 yards." Oh, anyway, so. Yeah, the late Frank Bush. You know, what a great.
I worked some college basketball games with him on the radio.
He was a great advocate for not only the city of Ripon, but for Ripon High School athletics.
Oh yeah.
He was involved for many, many years, and really was a great guy, and he is missed, no doubt about it. All right, well, victory formation for the Indians.
So they're assured to stay in first place. And Berlin will play tomorrow at Ripon. You would like to think the Indians will come out on top. And then the other matchup tonight that I was going to be curious about, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm going blind here. Let's see. Is it, I think it was Port Washington with getting it on with Plymouth tonight. And Kettle Moraine Lutheran and Sheboygan Falls. So those are the two intriguing matchups tonight, those last two games.
Yeah. Well, everybody is lining up for sportsmanship, and that's a good thing. One of the great things about high school football is the sportsmanship at the end of the game. Everybody shaking hands, congratulating each other.
Typically, you don't get that at the college level. No, it's very nice to see at the high school level. Absolutely. Speaking of college, you're going to be doing your thing tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, Ripon College, undefeated Ripon College, by the way.
Yeah.
As they're taking on the Grinnell College Pioneers tomorrow, 1 o'clock at Ingalls Field. And should be good weather. So, you know, if you have nothing going on, come on out to Ingalls Field tomorrow and watch Ripon take on Grinnell.
Yeah.
Well, our final score here from Kewaskum tonight, our American Family Insurance scoreboard has the Kewaskum Indians 28 and the Ripon Tigers 6. And Marty, just one last note. I think tonight we saw some improvement.
Yeah, we did. We saw fewer penalties. We saw offensive drives. We saw defensive stands. And to have all those in the same game is something we've been missing this season. If they can put it all together and play off of what we saw tonight, you're going to see two teams go at it that are going to be very comparable next Friday night. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I'm going to take the home team next Friday.
I think so too. That should be a good one. Ripon for sure will be all fired up, as I'm sure Ripon will be, but it's a home game, and the Tigers, we're going to look forward to that next Friday. Well, we want to thank Riley and Jonathan upstairs who do all the engineering work for us here.
Brave the cold.
Yep, and produce our broadcast. And also our worker back at our studio at AM 1600 and 93.1 FM, WRPN.
Do we know who that is?
We appreciate that.
Do we know who's on the board tonight or no?
Oh, Jason is on the board tonight.
All right, big guy. Hi.
You know, this is a little-known fact, but I gave Jason his first radio job ever, and he has never forgiven me for it.
Yeah, right. You're right. That's very little known about that.
But that is a little-known fact about that.
Very little.
All right. Well, and again, thank you for listening to our broadcast here tonight and also for watching. We certainly do appreciate it. It was a final here, Kewaskum 28 and Ripon 6. We want to thank all of our sponsors who have made our broadcast possible here.
They're awesome.
From Kewaskum tonight. I also want to thank Marty for paying for my dinner tonight. I was appreciative on that.
Yeah.
So
I found the $50 bill. Okay, I'll be honest.
Regardless, I didn't have anything come out of my wallet, so we're good. So all right. Anyway, that's our broadcast here tonight. We will greet you next week in Ripon at Ingalls Field. Thank you for listening, and we hope that everyone has a safe and pleasant weekend. So until next week, good night from Kewaskum.